Oh my god, it's weeb music. No! Hi everybody, hello. I got all these cans next to me. Hi Jelly Bean, hi food. Alright, increase my chat. Alright, oh, it's not fully sticking. There we go, better. And let's get rid of stuff so that we can lower the frames, or however you say that. Alright, what is this? What is this? What is this music? For what anime? Is this one good? We'll leave it. Welcome in everyone. It is Sunday, September 28th. I hope everyone's had a fantastic day. We will be playing Civilization 6. In our book club, we had just finished Tender is the Flesh. So we're going to talk about it for a little bit. And then we're going to play Civ. High food, take over the world. That's exactly what I was hoping to do. I put oat milk in my coffee, and it just tastes like oatmeal. It tastes so good. But how are you guys doing? How's your morning? How's your Sunday? How was your Saturday? Better question. There was a concert right up the block from where I live in Central Park. Rose was there. What is it? The Central Park concert. Is it the summer stage? No. There we go. Global Citizen. So Global Citizen is like, I think, when did they start this? I feel like they start. Oh, here we go. Organized to end extreme poverty and defend the earth from climate change. So they have this huge concert. It's free. You just have to go to Central Park. You just have to be there. It gets super packed. But some of the people that are there is, if this thing could stop. Well, Shakira, Tyla. I know Rose was there. Let me see, Global Citizen. The problem with Global Citizen is that it really fucks up the lawn. Tickets are general admission. What? It's not free anymore? Cardi B was there. Who else? Oh my god. Wait, Rima? Isn't that from... Oh no, I don't know who they are. Iristar, Mariah the Scientist, Tyla, Camilo, and Eliana. Rose and Shakira probably being the biggest. Mariah! More. Hugh Evans, a co-founder and CEO of Global Citizens, they're proud to celebrate this achievement, but the work to end extreme poverty doesn't stop here. Our movement grows from Central Park to the Amazon Basin and the G20. Cool, the world mission. Anyway, this was happening. This was happening up the block. I was taking care of one of my neighbor's dogs. I just dropped her off. I really could have sworn I put in a Discord that I was going to start at 2 because they were going to pick up their dog at 2. So when I went back and I was like, oh fuck, I put 12. I overshot it. Alright, but regardless, how's everybody doing on your Diavola reading? Hope you're doing well. I am only on page 17. I'll get more to it after the stream. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But all right, let's talk about Tender is the Flesh for a little bit, because this will be the last time I'll probably engage in conversation on it. Let's see. Where is Dark Academia? No, it's too rainy. Too rainy day. Okay, I like this one. All right, so Jelly Bean, Opal, Snuff was there too, which is really cool. We were talking about Tender is the Flesh. We just finished the book. It's really fucking great. It was really intense. This book is set in two parts. It's kind of like it's a novella for sure. So the first part talks about a narrator who basically hates the world's like current position and how they handle meat. The meat is provided by farming humans. There's a big disease that struck all animals, and they had to kill all the animals in the world. So now they're farming other humans, and now there's plants. The way that they, treat cows is how they treat humans, and it's really brutal. And I think it was really clever for the artist to put this into perspective. And I think there are those who are so much affected by it that you might be like, maybe I shouldn't eat as much meat. You know what I mean? It's just like the way that they describe treating humans on here is actually how they kind of treat cows. And it's like obviously because it's an animal, it's not necessarily inhumane, but it's just like they're done in huge troughs, right? Like there's meat every day, like it just that's just how it is. But the narrator or the protagonist here hates the world. He doesn't like how things are going. He doesn't like how people are like acclimating to it, and we see through his lens how depressed he is because he lost his son. His wife doesn't like him, or rather she's too depressed to go back to being a family again, and he's just like with his thoughts. He's just drinking day in, day out. He describes work at the plant, and it's just like people in suits and like with hammers, and there's blood, and it's just like a lot of stuff. The story really turns when one of the owners of the business wants to show his patronage. He wants to show how much he appreciates the protagonist by giving him a fresh grade person, and it's like a woman who is branded like crazy to show that she is fresh meat, highest quality. For every year that she's alive, they brand her. So he has to take care of her, and she's in a barn, and he just treats her like a pet, like an animal, basically. And it really starts to turn after he comes back from work. He's depressed from his wife not being around. His father has some sort of like not dementia, but like hysteria from like just like the world in general. It's basically how the protagonist puts it. And then after a really long, hard day and night, he starts to humanize the freshly graded person, and then he ends up making a baby with this human. This human has no vocal cords. They have not had any education whatsoever. So he's been basically teaching her and raising her at home. And I'm like, at first I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Are we gonna have to end up killing her? Like, there's like a small blurb on like, if you mate with the special meat, you and your family will get sent to the slaughterhouse. You will be served as meat as punishment. So it was like, is he gonna run away? He works at a meat plant. He might like counterfeit some sort of document showing that she's dead and maybe run away with her. Like there's so many things that could have happened. But at the end of the book, he calls her Jasmine. Jasmine is going under labor. He calls his wife to come back home immediately, no question. She comes home and she's like, what is this? Why do you have this meat thing here? you're disgusting. And he's like, she's gonna lose the baby. The mom clicks, or rather, the wife clicks in. She's a nurse. She goes ahead, saves the son, and then, obviously, as Jasmine is like, a fresh-brained human who has for the past 8 months been treated with actual like human care, is like reaching out to get the baby, being like, oh, like wanted to hold the baby, and then the protagonist smacks her on top of the head just in the same way that they do at the power plant, and he starts to drag her away to slaughter her. It says in the text, and the wife is like, "What are you doing? We could have more sons." And then he says, and this is the last line of the book. She had the human look of a domesticated animal. And so that whole journey of like how he hates how everyone is like just succumb to this new lifestyle, how like the conspiracy of the government lying that there's actually a virus and they want to control population by having people killed. Chili bean. Like there's all of that, and at the very end he turns it around and stuns the reader by actually revealing he didn't give a shit. He hates how everything is around him, but he is still a cog in the system, and he will continue to be a cog. And it was fucking crazy. It was like as if I got slapped. Not slapped. It's like I got fucking smacked on my skull and stunned. So overall, I think when we were discussing it earlier, it was about how this guy really has seen her as an animal and a pet this whole time, and that he is more like not a narcissist. I think he just is an unfaithful narrator, I think, as Opal had put it. And that was pretty much it. It was just like there was a lot of talk about like going to a zoo from all the time that he spent with his dad, and then after his dad died, like he has like a really tumultuous relationship with his sister who has these terrible kids. Like it's like a whole lot of stuff, and it's only like 200 pages. There's like so much world building that I was like, I would love to see more, but I would also hate it. It was fucking nuts. So that's it. Zoo, like literally. I understand. I felt like the zoo was a red herring. I feel like the zoo was to pull on the heartstrings of us, the reader, that we should care more about the protagonist because he's trying to relive moments that he had when his father was lucid at the zoo. But it was too much. It was too much. Every time he came back from work, he would go to the zoo. He would walk around this abandoned zoo, and there's a couple scenes that made sense. I care more about oh my god. There was like a really brutal scene where he goes to the zoo and he finds 4 puppies, and they've never seen a human before because all humans are like animals that have diseases. So anything that's like out and about, they're all like feral animals. He found 4 puppies. He plays with them. He like pulls at their little tails and he's having fun with them. And then he realizes there's a mom and a dad. So he covers them in a blanket. He closes the door. He's able to escape from the zoo. Everything's all happy. He wished he could have taken one home, and he also lost his dog. So he was like, he wished he could have taken one of the puppies. Maybe 50 pages later, he comes back to the zoo and he hears kids, and these kids are like using these puppies as baseballs, and is like literally just like full force, like smacking them with a bat, like on their skulls, like they're dying one by one. It was really brutal. And the protagonist is like, oh, I wish I can go over there, but it's like technically speaking not supposed to have any animals. So he left when one of them was like, oh, should we set them on fire? And I was like this world blows. I hate this world. But that is Tender as a Flesh. I liked it. I will keep it in my trauma memory bank forever. I really thought if this book was truly more macabre and had a total, like, full intentional horror spin, I think he would have ate the son. I think he would have killed the wife, and then he's not able to cover up for the kid, so they eat the kid together. And like, I think it would have just gone downhill so fast. I think, like, he should have killed the twins. Oh my god. His nephew and niece, the one that tastes like salmon and garbage. That was also sad. They had, like, the in the kitchen. They have, like, the sister has been like, oh, is it hard to, like, get special meat, like, to, like, have one live in your house? And he was like, I'm done with this conversation. And then he comes to see during the dad's funeral, the fucking, like, kitchen. There is in a side cold room a sad human meat person that's alive, missing one arm, and they're just slowly killing them over time. And I was like, that's fucked up. Like, that's fucked up. Crazy. And now we're gonna read about uh big families. And, like, if you guys want to join in too, there's a PDF that I was able to get with this copy, so that I can share it with you guys. But this is a book. Where am I going? I'm reading the back. Jennifer Thorne skewers all too familiar family dynamics in this sly, wickedly funny vacation gothic. Beautifully unhinged and deeply satisfying, The Avila is a sharp twist on the classic haunted house story. Anna has two rules for the annual paced family destination vacation: tread lightly and survive. It isn't easy when she's the only one in the family who doesn't quite fit in. Her twin brother Benny goes with the flow, so he's pretty much practically dissolved. And her older sister Nicole is so used to everyone, including her blandly docile husband and two kids, falling in line, that Anna often ends up in trouble for simply asking a question. Mom seizes every opportunity to question her life choices, and Dad, when not reminding everyone who paid for this vacation, just wants some peace and quiet. The gorgeous remote villa in tiny Monte Perso seems like a perfect place to endure so much family togetherness, until things start to go off the rails. The strange noises at night, the unsettling warnings from the local villagers, and the dark, violent past of the villa itself. Warning! More twins. Warning! May invoke feelings of irritation, dread, and despair that come with large family gatherings. When I bought this book from the horror bookstore in Brooklyn, the cashier was like, this is their favorite book of the year. I'm really excited to continue reading. I do a lot of my reading when I'm on the subway. So, like, if I'm home, I'm just like, oh, I have work to do. I have a report to do. I have a show to catch up on. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to go play with my dog. Like, there's so many things. But when I have to go to, like, the Bronx and it takes me, like, an hour, I'm with my book. I'm just going. Like, in an hour, I'm, like, I wish I could brag. But in an hour, I kill, like, 30 to 40 pages, I want to say. It just depends on, like, the commute. If I'm jumping from one subway to a bus and then walking, like, all of that distance, like, being so variable, I'll finish maybe, like, 15 pages max. But that's kind of why I started the book club. I have so many books that I bought. It ended up becoming like a collection. Like, oh, I'm just collecting horror books. But I wanted to actually read them. So that's why I started. So if you guys want to join it, it's !Discord. But real quick, I know that Gargard is playing Lethal Company, and I said I'm going to play Civilization. So I just want to keep an eye on them to see what's going on. Flap beep boom, frabada beep a doopa, flibada beep a boom. All right, we're good. He's still playing. Oh my god! The captions actually got the scatting. That's funny. Okay. Civilization. Oh, and the game's pretty loud too. All right. Single player. Resume. I wish I had the lyrics so I could sing along.
Of machinery, the acrid smell of smoke, vision clouded by ash and soot. These are the signs of changing times. The lure of scientific and cultural advancement is the engine driving your realm forward. Now your challenge is to maintain the delicate balance between Earth and man.
Yes. Okay, Constantinople. We're only at 199 out of 330, which means it'll probably take 2 to 3 more streams to finish. So from last time, Heh has seceded from Nubia. We took it over. So now we own this coast and spreading on this coast. We are also right on the tails of Scythia, but I doubt that they will do anything about it. We are spreading religion like crazy. We are not the top dominated religion yet, but that's what we're going for. We're just kind of leaning on Byzantine's like passive growth in like what they're like. We saw that the hippodrome is there. We saw that they have like this special dragon like boat, which mine's fucking stuck. I can't move it unless I get Scythia to give me fucking control to go over, or we make non-metal a friend of ours, and then maybe we can cross over through there, and then I don't know. Might be easier to just open borders with Scythia. We'll see. Next. The industrial era ends in 1 turn. Alright, what happens here? Our not capital. Constantinople is the capital. Thessalonica needs housing to keep growing citizens to live in. Alright. We have a surplus. It is not possible for you to call a special session for the World Congress. Why? Oh, we're also... There's a very special thing that we're doing. Hold on. I don't want to forget it. We're actually competing. There we go. Religious emergency. We must stop Buddhism from spreading. Me and Alexander from the Macedonian Empire are preventing Buddhism from being the dominant religion, and we're keeping our religious units in the target city territories. And we just got here. Okay, so how do we go ahead and... Because we got some turtle stuff going. Oh, he just arrived. He just arrived. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I mean, it is Buddhism. Okay. Hey! Did they just kill turtles? 250 Islam. Oh my god. Don't worry, we're coming in. We're in the modern era. We're nowhere near robots. Minor victory. What's this one? Major victory. +0 combat strength due to difficulty. Lame. They do have more. I actually have a little bit more strength. Same thing with this one. Am I injured right now? I'm not. That's weird. Alright, so This is still Buddhism, so we're gonna go ahead and spread religion. This is still Buddhism, so we're gonna actually go right in. And we're gonna spread religion. Alright. This boat needs to save that boat. We can't get there. Shit, I knew it! Yeah, we did lose. But that's okay. We're like super rich in faith. Third city-state. They want me to have an inspiration for colonialism. They want me to make a great musician. And they want me to construct a campus. The Governor Victor is now established in... Heh, sweet. I have more trade routes. Even better. Okay, we're done with those, done with that, and I can now call a special session. Make a dedication. We're in a modern era. Did we end up making it to... Oh, fuck. We didn't. So we're just in normal. We're just in normal. I was hoping... We were so close. So close to the golden age again. Alright, +3 era score each time you discover a new continent or a natural wonder. Gain +1 era score each time you kill a non-barbarian naval unit in combat. No. +1 for each successful trade route. Maybe. For each industrial or later building constructed. That takes so much time. +1 error score each time you kill a non-barbarian corps in combat. And +2 error score for each time you kill a non-barbarian army in combat. Army and corps in combat. Okay. I'm gonna go for reform the coinage because we have 6 routes, so for each time we complete one we'll get an era score time, and I think they only take about, like, depending on the place, like 9 turns, so maybe we can like really rapid fire it, you know, but it is gonna be slow. We'll see. All right. Yeah, medieval walls. They are staying. This one promotes combat. And it's a level 1 promotion, so we gotta wait. Skip turn. Boo boo doo boo 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 boo. Spread religion. Don't go away. Cool. There's so much religious action going on. Catholicism, get out of here. Oh, lame. Ah! I think that's so funny. Wow, they're crossing. Wow, there's so many. Okay, we really need to... Holy shit.
Improvement makes straight roads, but the crooked roads without improvement are roads of genius.
Crooked roads without improvements are roads of genius, but improvement makes straight roads. Okay. All improved niter and coal resources yield 1 more resource. Units are down to 1, reduced by 1. Amenities and garrison units. 50 less combat reduction from being injured. 50% resource discount on all unit upgrades. Gold